I'd like to take a moment tonight to beat a dead horse, if you will. Everyone may remember that a few weeks ago, Adam Kokesh was sponsoring a walk or proposing a march on the Capitol, Washington, D.C., by armed protesters. Now, a lot of people didn't think this was a good idea. So a lot of people made a lot of videos saying that they did or didn't agree with what was going on. I think it was mostly people who didn't agree, but let's just give the benefit of the doubt and say it was people on both sides who were making videos. Well, one of the people that made a video against the march was James Yeager. And surprisingly for James, who I have always said is basically a badger in an Ed Hardy t-shirt, he was very kind and very considerate and very tactful and very fair in the way he did his video. He didn't attack the people going, and he didn't attack the person sponsoring it. He did not attack Adam Kokesh. And how was he repaid for being fair? He was attacked. Kokesh made a video calling James all kind of names, sending his fans over to attack James on his channel, even posting comments in James' comment section that were negative towards Mr. Yeager. So, you got to say, who really looks like the bad guy there? And even after that, I was still willing to give Kokesh the benefit of the doubt. I made this video saying I would give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, of course, he didn't respond to me because my channel's not bigger than his. He responded to James because his channel's bigger. It was more publicity. So he didn't respond to me. He responded to him, attacked him, said like all these nasty things about him, questioned whether, he had ever done anything for the Second Amendment. And then in the end, Kokesh backs out. And I made my videos, like I said, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I said, the proof's going to be in the pudding. Proof's going to be whether Kokesh goes through with this, how he goes through with it, and what he does with it. Where does he go once he does it? Does he actually make a change? Does he actually work for change? So I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. Now, I'm not even here tonight to talk about the fact that he proved my worst doubts true. He backed out. He collected all this money. He solicited donations. He made all this publicity for himself. Earned himself followers. Tried to get his numbers up. Tried to make this a profitable venture for himself, and then backs out. Just decides not to do it. So as far as that goes, that all worked out the worst way it could possibly work out for Kokesh in my mind. But that's not what I'm here to even talk about. What I'm here to talk about is the way Kokesh responded like a spoiled child when he was talking to James. Telling James, well, what have you done for the Second Amendment? Do you ever do anything for the movement? I'll be the one who's maybe there, maybe there. I'm like, I don't know where that, I guess he was trying to worm his way out of it already at that point. But, I want to address that. I want to address his personal attacks on Yeager saying, what have you done? What have you done? I do all this stuff. What have you done? Now, a lot of people are going to say I'm only doing this video to kiss Yeager's ass. Well, I got no reason to kiss Yeager's ass. None whatsoever. Yeager's not even going to respond to me. If he was ever going to respond to me, he would have responded to some of the erotic fan fiction I write and send to him like weekly. He's never responded to any of that. So if he doesn't respond to that, he's not going to respond to this. So I want to address that statement there. What have you done for the Second Amendment? Well, if I'm not mistaken, whether you like him or not, James Yeager is an instructor. He teaches people how to defend themselves. And let's face it, what's really the core of the Second Amendment is defense. It's personal defense, it's national defense, it is defense. It's great that we have hobbies and we have shooting sports and we have hunting and things like that, but those are secondary. And some of them are even third and fourth, as far as I'm concerned, compared to the need for defense. So what does James do for the Second Amendment? Every day he trains people how to defend themselves, how to utilize the Second Amendment in the way it's meant to be utilized. He makes it to where people are more capable of defending themselves. He makes it where people are more likely to defend themselves. He breaks down those reservations people have about defending themselves. So every day you could easily argue that he is out there doing something for the Second Amendment. Whether you like what he does or not, doesn't matter. Or whether you like him or not, doesn't matter. But to question whether he does anything for the Second Amendment, I just don't think that's fair. Oh, sure, you can say, oh, he gets paid for it. Well, Mr. Kokesh, I'll ask you one thing. You like to talk about what you've done for the Second Amendment or these other causes you're involved in? When have you ever done anything that was just what's right for your cause? When have you ever done anything just because it was what's right for the Second Amendment? When was the last time you were ever involved in anything where there wasn't a camera, a microphone, and a chance for self-promotion involved? So after your childish behavior with Yeager, after your proving all my worst suspicions true in my mind and showing me that you're just someone interested in self-promotion, money, exposure, and that's it, after all of that, maybe what you shouldn't be asking is, what has James Yeager ever done for the Second Amendment? But you should be asking, what do you do for anything?